Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Mato Ogo and I talk about faith, beauty, relationship and lifestyle. If this is your first time on this channel, you're very much welcome. Guys, it's been a hot minute. I burnt out, like I'm not even going to deny it here. I actually burnt out. I was so engaged with so many things. I had trainings to attend to. I had so many engagements. In fact, the ones they paid me, the one they don't pay me, the one they sent me, the one they not sent me, but I am back now. And I actually I actually dragged myself into making this video and just cutting off the procrastination that held me held me bound for the longest time. And I said, you know what, light or no light, it's actually raining outside now, and I'm like, you know what, I'm still gonna make this video whether it rains or it doesn't rain. I'm just gonna see how to make it work. So yeah, I know that in previous video I told you guys that I was gonna be making a review of some books that actually kept me engaged while I was off social media. And yes, this is that video where I tell you about those books. Trust me, I'm not a book lover. I don't just read books for fun. I'm either reading for an exam or I'm reading something of value. Like, it has to bring me so much value. It has to be bringing so much value to the table. If not, why am I reading a book of goodness sake? So for me to tell you that I got hooked up by a book, you have to know that book. Trust me, you just have to know that book. So just don't touch that dial, okay? Keep watching. Have you ever heard that word where they say wigs are lifesavers? Like, have you ever felt it?
I told you I'm not here to mess around, and you've been acting too mysterious.
In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you tips and tricks that your stylist will never tell you.
Took me seriously. You don't have the time for me. I don't have the time to please you.
So the first book I'm going to be talking about today is by a very amazing author that unfortunately, did I tell you guys it's raining outside here, and this lightning will not let me shine today. But anyways, I'm going to do this video either ways. So the first book I'm going to be reviewing today is about one very amazing author that unfortunately I got to know about when he was dead, when he was gone. Why do I always get to about great people when they're gone? Like, could it mean something? Anyways, I hope not. But this author is popularly called the father of modern faith. I mean, you should know him by now. You don't know him too. Kenneth Higgins. Like, the first time I got to know about that man was when I found one of my friends watching a video of him, and I just checked out. I was trying to listen to the video too, and it was a 1 hour video. Like, by an edge, 1 hour plus actually, if not more. I think it was more than that. It has to be more than that. I was like, why on earth would you be listening to somebody for over an hour? What are you listening to? And it's like, you don't even understand until you know this man. I was like, okay. So casually I just pushed that out. I didn't even take it to heart and all that. So one very good evening I visited the bookstore and I was going through some of the books. I didn't have any book in particular I wanted, but of course I was looking for one of my favorite authors, which I'm going to disclose in this video, of course. So I was looking for one of my favorite authors' book, and then I stumbled on this book. It was so small, so lightweight, and I was like, okay, that's him, Kenneth Higgins. My friend told me about it. I'm like, okay, let's see what it's talking about. And that's the book. I got it for myself. Did I even write my name on this book? Okay, yeah, I didn't write my name, but anyways, I got it for myself, and it's so small, right? The Believer's Authority. Guys, this book is one of the most life-changing and powerful books I have ever read in my life. No cap, okay? No cap, trust me. This book has changed my mentality, my whole understanding of who a believer is and the authority a believer has. This book is one of the most precise and clear book that explains the authority of a believer and the authority we have in Christ Jesus. Like, I have never read a book as powerful as this. Like, I think every believer should have this book. I feel this is every believer's handbook. If you're a believer and you're yet to read this book, I promise you, this will be worth the read. It's so small, trust me. It's less than 100 pages, I guess. It's less than 100 pages, and it's just 76 pages, and it's blessed my life. I'm on the second read actually, and it has been so blessing to my life. It has been so blessing. Is that right word? It has been so blessing to my life. That's right? I think that's right. It has been such a blessing to my life anyways. This book is so powerful, so powerful. In fact, if you're still doubting me, then just go on Google and just type out book review of The Believer's Authority by Kenneth Hagin, and you will also hear from other people's opinion, right? So I'll just be reading briefly what is written here, for like a brief recap of what the book is about. So the believer's undiscovered authority. Do we have authority that we don't know about, that we haven't discovered, that we are not using? Reverend Kenneth E. Hagin asked himself this question when he was a young preacher. Now Kenneth Hagin is saying, I had had little glimpse of spiritual authority once in a while. He writes in The Believer's Authority, like others, I had stumbled upon it and had exercised it without knowing what I was doing. I think he's saying like I had stumbled upon some glimpse of spiritual authority, right? He's still saying, as a result of my studies, I concluded that we as a church have authority on the earth that we've never yet realized, and I also think so. A few of us have barely gotten to the edge of that authority, but before Jesus comes again, there's going to be a whole company of believers who will rise up, and with the authority that is theirs, they will do the work that God intended they should do. And this is a review from the author, of course, Reverend Kenneth Hagin. And in this book, he's promising that you discover, one, the prayers of Paul; secondly, what authority is; thirdly, how to break the power of the devil; fourthly, the weapons of our warfare; and fifthly, how to exercise authority as a believer. Guys, when I started this book, I think the first thing that actually took me aback was when he told us to go back to the book of Ephesians and study the first 3 chapters. I was like, why on earth? I'm trying to read a book and get the content, and you're telling me to go back to my Bible. It was so annoying. I can't just go through it. I mean, I've read Ephesians several times, but it didn't hit the way it hit with the knowledge I got from this book. And actually, it took me some, I think, few days, 2-3 days to actually complete the first 3 chapters of the book, which was instructed here by the author to study. I studied it, I think, 2-3 days, and I made some prayers out of it. I wrote it in my diary, and then I prayed with it for a week or more actually. And guys, it just changed my whole mindset about my beliefs, my authority as a Christian. It's changed something. Trust me, this book, you can't read it and still remain the same as a believer. I said you're reading it for just the fun of reading it, right? So yeah, that's my first book review. I don't want to say so much because I've said so much already. I would have actually reviewed just this book in this video, but I'm like, you know what? Let's add some spice to it. I mean, what would the book review be without stating who my favorite author is? Okay. So yeah, that's it for my first book review. So guys, my second review would definitely be from my favorite author, my one and only favorite author in the world. Guys, if you don't know Francine Rivers, I don't know which other author you are talking about. I mean, have you not read a book from Francine Rivers? Then you are missing a whole lot. Guys, that woman is so amazing, and the way her books always gets to me, it's just all encompassing. All I ever want in a book, Francine always has it. She's always hitting it, right? One of the The first time I actually had read one of her books was when I was in school, when I was in uni, of course, and one of my friends introduced me to this amazing author, Francis Rivers, and I read the first book I read was The Atonement Child. It was talking about a college young girl who got pregnant. She was raped actually. She was raped and she got pregnant, and then she was torn between keeping the baby or holding on to her faith as a Christian and like aborting the baby, or as like aborting the baby like everyone advised her to do, or rather holding on to her faith as a Christian and not aborting the child. So that was, in fact, I cried in that movie. I was happy in that movie. In fact, all the emotions you can think of, I had all of them in that I call it movie, in that book. That book was such a wonderful read. It was so amazing. And since then, anyway I see Fran, I don't need you to complete it for me. I'm keeping that book. I don't even wait. I don't ask if the book is good. I already know what the outcome will be. But anyways, talking about the period where I was offline, I actually read 2 more of her books, which was the Luther's Garden and the Shofar Blue. Luther's Garden was talking about an old woman who had so much past, like she had so much luggage or baggage from her past, and not really baggage as far. She committed so much evil things, but she had so much pains and hurts from her past, which her children did not get to understand, and she had a hard time trying to relate with her kids. But eventually, before she died, she made reconciliation with her kids, of course. And then the Shofar Blue was talking about just the trouble of a pastor's wife, like how her husband got intoxicated by the role of being a head pastor, and then he was not playing his role fully as a father in the house, as a husband rather. He spoke against his father. His father was not a good father figure to him. He didn't like the way his father ran his own, because his father was actually a pastor. He didn't like the way his father ran his own church, but he found himself doing exactly what his father did when he got the position of being a lead pastor, head pastor. And also his wife, his family suffered it as well. So that was one amazing read, trust me. I've read so many more of her books. I mean, not really so many more compared to the number of books she has. I've read like 5 of her books. The Atonement Child, Redeeming Love, The Lineage of Grace. That book was amazing. Talked about the women in the lineage of Jesus, the lineage of Grace, then Luther's Garden, and the Shofar Blue. So let me give you a brief background of Frances Rivers. She's an American author of Christian themes. Most of her books are centered around the Bible, Bible stories. And one amazing thing I love about her books is the way she actually explains and describes God's love for us, God's love towards us. Like, all of her books have a beautiful way of just passing across to its reader the amazing love God has for all of his children, regardless of our faults, regardless of our past, regardless of our anything that we're going through. Like, the way she always puts it out there, like, it's so amazing. And gosh, I'm in love all the time, always. Like, I'm always hooked up by her books. Currently I'm reading the masterpiece. I don't really have much to say about it yet because I just started reading it, and it's actually an ebook. I'm actually slower reading when it's an ebook than a hard copy. I prefer reading hard copies, but right now I cannot access most of those books because they're quite pricey, and where I would have gotten it cheaper is quite far from where I stay. So yeah, those are few things I have to say about this book review. If you are yet to get hit by any of these books, and I promise you it will be worth the time and it will be worth your read. I have to go now before my lighting fails me. It's getting dark already. So can you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching? Don't forget to subscribe, and when you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Until next time, stay beautiful and blessed. Bye guys.